Welcome. It's your girl V from Drinking Tea with V, and you are back at the best place to be. Hey, on a Sunday, on a fun day, any day. Have it your way, honey. Listen to this whenever it is you want. You know, Sunday is always fun day over here in these streets, but listen to this, this Drinking Tea with V episode wherever you want to, boo. So today we are on the series Getting Fit. I am telling you, it is so much fun. This whole series, how this came about. It all started off with me going back into my whole, I gotta get my body cleansed, I gotta get my mind focused. So and I've been on this fitness journey as well. So that's how this came about. And so what Getting Fit stands for is focus, intentions, and the tools to get it all done. Okay, so before we get into the topic of today, we had focus last week. This day is all about intentions. Before we get into that, let me share with you the tea that I am drinking. Today I am drinking this wonderful baby over here, and this is stinging nettle tea, and this also is an extension of my Getting Fit, my whole body-mind connection situation. And so this is also helping me to just put in good stuff and help the bad stuff get out. That's what we're doing. We are being intentional, never failing. Anyway, that was me going off on a tangent, but I love that song, Intentional by Travis Green. Check it out. Anyways, uno momento for that slug. Yeah, so that was our stinging nettle tea. And then I want to go over into a moment of gratitude that I like to share, because this is like drinking tea with V for me is my happy place. And so I just want to share the positive vibes with you. And that for me, the positive vibes for me is a matter of also sharing some gratitude, my moments of gratitude. And it could be like really big things, and it could be little things. And for me, the little things are the little big things. So I have big things and little big things. So it's all big to me. Gratitude is all like super huge. It's definitely the relaxing, the positive, and also the calming, and just like sense of serenity in life. Anyways, I won't get too deep right away. But we gonna get deep just now. We gonna get too deep right now. But so yes, my moment of gratitude. So I don't know if you follow me on the socials, but if you were following me on the socials, you would know that I'm busy with a paint job right now. And so I was busy painting. Actually, I was busy setting up for painting and then got started. But before all of this happened, this week I got all my stuff last weekend, and I checked the paint, like the wall paint that I had, and it was not the right color. It was not the right white. Trust me, when you go to check to see when you go look for paint, you're gonna figure out that there are 1,000 types of white and 1,000 types of greens and blues and grays and all the things. Okay, and so I didn't have the specific type of white that I wanted. Child, I already opened that bucket of paint, and it was 10 liters. So you know, 1 liter of paint is already it's supposed to be 1 kg, which is 1 kilogram, but paint is heavier than water. So that is definitely more than 10 kilos worth of paint dragging from the store and back, and not to mention the other lacquer paints that we had. But anyways, so my moment of gratitude is the fact that I went back, lugged along, got some help to lug along that paint back to the store, and they took it back, and I got another 10 liter of paint. What? Yo, listen, that was a moment of gratitude. Before I was leaving the house, I was like, God, listen, you say ask and you shall have. Well, I need your help in this momento, please, por favor. Okay, because I wasn't able to go all the way to the store and then come back with the same paint, the indirect paint. What am I gonna do? I was already thinking like, okay, what are my different solutions, because I wanted a brighter white, and so this was more of like a creamy white, off white situation. Listen, it was so I was already thinking like, so if I don't, let's say okay, I'm really going for this, I want this paint changed, blah, 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 blah. But before that, I was already thinking like, what I'm gonna do with 10 liters of paint that I ain't gonna need otherwise. I mean, the 10 liters is already a bit much, but I wanted some extra just in case. um Also to touch up in other areas. But I was already thinking like, so do I need to get like a little tube of blue paint and mix it in to kind of break up the yellow? What am I gonna do? What am I going to do? Because this off-white creamy situation ain't cutting it. So I was already thinking like DIY situations, what I gonna do to this paint. And then it's like, no, but that's not what I want. You know why? Because if I go do that to that paint, and if I go start mixing back, not mixing back, mixing and making my own paint to cut the yellow that I initially don't want, then it's not going to match with the rest. And then I'll have to do the whole thing back over anyways. I'm like, nah, boo, this is not we want, no, not what we want around here about these streets, okay? And so I'm like, no, this is not what I want. So we're gonna take this paint back, and I'm going to get the right paint. And guess what? I did. Yo, I was so freaking excited, and it was like smooth. The guy at the counter was like, okay, no problem. He didn't check nothing. He was like, you bring this back? Okay, boo, come. I was like, for me. Thank you. I didn't want to be too excited for him to like double check and double take me, like. And I had some other moments in between. Summer days in September. As you can see, I'm still here out in these streets, still fixing straps. Because they can show, because yeah, the weather is nice. So yeah, I'm really grateful for that too. I have some other stuff that I'm grateful for too, but we're gonna share those on another episode. Let's jump straight into the topic for today, which is what are your drivers? Getting to know your drivers. So or basically just know what you drive. Know your drivers. That's gonna be the topic for today. And the drivers here, as I mentioned from the fit, focus, intention, and tools. The intentions are your drivers. What are the driving forces behind whatever it is that you want to do? You know what I mean? It's a three-step situation, right? It's a three-step situation in the sense of like, you're gonna go to what, you're gonna go to how, and then why. Okay, so what you want to do, that is what you're gonna set out to do, whatever it is. If it's literally physically getting fit, child, I need to target certain areas, but we're gonna talk about that now. Which I'm busy doing as well. I already targeted certain boom areas that are working good. So yeah, know what you want to do. Secondly, it's all about how, and that is getting your not only what you want to do, but also your SMART goals in place, or just expansive goals. It doesn't have to be a SMART goal, but take the SMART. It doesn't have to be realistic. Not the R for the SMART goals. It doesn't have to be realistic, but it can also be expansive. So in that sense, you can just go do what you want to do, boo. Sorry about that. So in that sense, you don't have to always be realistic. You can go expansive with it, as I spoke of in what episode was that? Oh yeah, when we talked about the vision boards. But then in the last episode with MP Ludmila Duncan, we were talking about how we manifest our goals. And so yeah, you don't have to always go realistic. You can go expansive with your goals. Anywho, so then you're gonna go off into, after you get the what and the how, you get to the why. And that is the drivers. That is the intention behind what you are doing. Why? Because if you keep asking yourself, why I want to do that, okay, and you give yourself an answer, and then you also go just continue asking yourself why, then you're going to get to what they call core desired feelings. And that forms the basis for almost anything you want to do in life. And for me, I realized that one of my core desire feelings is freedom. Okay, I want to be free to do whatever, whenever, however. So freedom for me is a big thing in all sense of the word, also in love and in business and in life. So that is a thing. I'm gonna keep a head fixed. Listen, bear with me with this wardrobe situation because I don't have on the right bra. Anyways, back to the point. TMI. But we friends, right? We good? We family? We cousins? So in that sense, it's good to come down to your core desired feelings, because that is your guiding mechanism in anything that you want to do. So basically, getting fit is a lifestyle. Okay, if you in it to win it like me, if you in this to win this like me, hey, if you in it to win it like me, then you're gonna have to set up yourself for the long haul. And so in this case, it's not if you're gonna want to give up on some of those goals. It's gonna be when. It's not if, it's gonna be when you want to give up. And when you want to give up, you need those intentions, you need those drivers to keep you driving forward, to keep you moving forward, to give you that driving force, to give you that fire, to give you that pep in your step, to still continue to be like, I don't want to, but I want to. I don't want to, but I want to, because this is bigger than me. Okay, so then those drivers are bigger than excuses. Those drivers are non-negotiable. Those drivers are fuel to your fire, you know. And so you don't want to be caught on your path. You don't want to be caught in your destiny, in your, anyway, you don't want to be caught without your drivers. Okay, on your way, on your path, on your way to, you do not want to be caught without these drivers that gonna keep you going. Okay, and this definitely has to be non-negotiable, because if this is what you want, boo, this is not only want, it's like more of a desire. That's why they say core desired feelings. So it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. It really has to be bigger than every excuse possible. So every time you feel like it's like, okay, now gather yourself together, get yourself together, let's go about this, let's do this. So that is what this is about. And if I really have to think back on the first time I came about, it's not only the book. I'm going to give you some suggestions of books that you definitely need to read. And but first I'm going to talk about where I got that the core desired feelings, because I know you know about start with your why. And the why is your intentions, is your drivers. So it's different terms for the same exact thing. You need to have a why. You need to have your intentions clear. You need to have those drivers to drive you forward. So the first time I heard about when you keep ahead, going back to the underlying situation of exactly what you want. Because if I have to say like, hey, I want a car, it's not because I want a car. Is because I want to be free to move when I want, what time I want. That is what that is about. And mobility is a sense of freedom for me. So when I keep ahead asking myself like, oh yes, I want a car. I want this car. What do I want to do with the car? Okay, besides the mobility, it has to be a specific type of car, because I want to be able to, when I have workshops, that I can carry my stuff, and my stuff, I know that it is about this much space I need. And if I want to do like how I'm doing right now, home improvement stuff, I need space to carry stuff. So I have specifications in my mind. I'm like, okay, I want to be able to carry this, that. Okay, and let's say if I want to pick up stuff, like go about this whole thing like thrifting and so forth, then I'm definitely gonna need space. I don't want to have to huren is to rent That was Dutch. To rent. Huren is to rent, in English. But anyway, so I don't want to have to rent another car or a van or whatever for everything. But it still has to be compact and good enough for the city. So, child, I had all the things, all the things, all the things. So that's one aspect of it. And then the freedom aspect of it is also why I want a car, because if you look at it, a car from the time you drive it off the lot is not an asset anymore. It's more of a liability because it loses. It keeps steadily losing its value. So I want to have more assets and liabilities in that sense, but it is an asset because it then helps me to then live out my whole freedom, core desired feelings thing. That is definitely important for me. So in a sense, keep asking yourself the question why. So that was the book, The Desire Map from Danielle Laporte is where I came about that the first time. So that is book suggestion number 1. Book suggestion number 2 is start with your why. I mean, this is a book that if you are on route to anything you want in life, if it's a specific job, if it's a certain goal you want to attain, these are things that I find, hey, it's like the starter's manual to anything. If you want to do anything in life, these are the starting manuals that you need to have read, or starting books that you need to have read. So that is that. Write it down, make it happen is book number 3 from Henriette Ann Klauser. And the third one is the fourth one, sorry, that was already the third. The fourth one is The Big Leap from Gay Hendricks. So I'm telling you, I'm going to put all of those books, all of the book suggestions in the description box below so that you can definitely go and check it out. And my way of going through tons and tons of books, last year I set out a goal to read at least 1 book a month, and I was like, how on earth am I going to do this? Like, I don't have time. And then that whole thing, I was reminded about audiobooks, and that for me has been life. I know a lot of things are life, but this is not a lot of things, but anyway, a lot of things that are important to me is life. Okay, so when you hear me say this is life, that means to say, yes, I think I put my stamp of approval on it, and I think audiobooks is life. And this specific audiobook platform, I got a heads up on this, got the 411 from this, from my girl JJW. Hey girl. So she put me on game to that platform, and I love it. Script. It's script. It ends with a D, not script with a T. Script. And I love it. It's 1 flat rate per month, and here in the Netherlands it's $9.80 per month, and I get unlimited amount of books. So I devour books. Okay, right now I'm like back to back to back to back, and with different books that I've been always wanting to read, stuff for fun, but mostly stuff for self-development and further driving me into what I definitely want in life. So that for me, script is definitely for me like a must-have. And so I enjoy this so much as of last year. Yeah, last year, when was that? I don't remember when I started off with script, but yeah, I love it. Flat rate per month. And what you get from me, if you use my referral link, you get 60 days free trial. Okay, and you can always end it whenever you want to, so don't feel like you're bound to anything. But when you use my referral link, I thought it was a month, but they upgraded this to 2 months, so 60 days you get for free. Listen, these books, I'm telling you, when you're on the way, when you're doing what you're doing, then you're definitely gonna be able to just go and just get things done and get your books in. I love it. I love it. I love it. So definitely check out Script. I'm gonna leave my referral link below. You get 60 days. Get on it. Get on it. Get with the program, boo. Get with the program. So like I said, I listen to audiobooks all the time, like all the time. when I'm busy washing up, when I am busy doing monotonous stuff on the computer, at night I listen to my audiobook. So, or when I'm commuting from one place to the next, I just pop in my audiobook and listen. I think it's definitely life. Sometimes I'm like, sometimes I'm biking, and because that's my preferred method right now, for also for getting fit and also for moving about without being surrounded by any germitudes from anybody else. But yeah, so sometimes I'd be like on a road biking, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this is a good one. I want to like literally stop. Sometimes I stop on not in the middle of the road, but I try to pull over on the side, and then I take my phone because I have it on my phone. You can also have, you have the app and you have the website. I have the app on my phone, and so I have it on while I'm riding bike, and then I pull over to the side, take out my phone, jot down whatever it is, like was at that point in time, mind blowing. And then I'm like, okay, let's go. And I have that feeling so many times with certain books. I'm like, what? No, I gonna have to listen to this back later again, because I gonna have to write this down because this is huge. This is big. So I be careful when you're out on the road. Pay attention to what you're doing. Nevertheless, I don't want to get nobody in no accidents. Don't say V got me in an accident because she put me on game, put me on the script. Listen, anyway, so enjoy your audiobooks. I definitely, if you're about the paper, I thought I was about the paperback life or the hard book life, like just, I mean, the physical books. Um, but ever since I started with audiobooks, I get in way more books than I would on a regular basis. So again, referral link, try it, 60 days, get your life, enjoy. So coming back to to what we were talking about on why you need those drivers, why you need those intentions, why you need those whys, why you need that core desired feeling. Because again, it gives it's that map to, it's a foundation to a purpose driven life. You know, it better aligns you with what you want, and you can easier make decisions when you come about them. Because I've gone through and done the work and have reflection, self-reflection, to keep at asking myself why, to get to those core desired feelings. I it's easier. I'm an overthinker with certain things now. It's become a lot better because of that, because it's, you come across something and I could easily be like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Some things I want to hold on to a little while because I'm like, but I want this so bad, but no. So something that took me 10 years to figure out, now I figure it out in 10 months. Hey, progress. Next thing I'll be 10 days. And next thing I'll be like 10 hours. And I'll be like 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Hey, you know, improve. Anyway, so that is definitely something that sets you up for success. And if you hear anything right now, is because people are going to be coming in here in a bit. But anyway, so I'm going to round up this really quickly. And so I feel like it is definitely like it sets you on course for meaningful goals. Okay, so it's not about just setting things like I want this, I want that, but then it becomes more meaningful, and so then you get it done a lot faster, a lot more, with more ease, with a lot more focus. Definitely. So if you want to, don't mind the noise, don't get distracted by it, don't get distracted, we'll continue here. So if you want that feeling of overall well-being, you know, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, then you definitely want to get those books, get your start writing down like the things you want, go over your vision board, ask yourself why, continue to ask yourself why, to see like what is the core behind all of this. So I definitely want to see you win. I want to see you win in business, in love, and in life. So definitely the kid is home. But anyway, so definitely go about finding out what your intentions are, to definitely found a good found yeah to found a good foundation, to form a good foundation for getting fit. okay, for getting overall well-being in life. So this is it, you guys. Anything else? Make sure you follow me on social media for sure. Then you get the tidbits of the day to day, and you can see what all goes on behind the scenes, because sometimes it's craziness. I share some really fun stories of behind the scenes that I don't do right here on this channel. So you're gonna want to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and of course here on YouTube. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. On Facebook, definitely make sure that you click to see my posts, or see them first when they're posted, or else how Facebook works, especially when you have a page, that it limits you from seeing something that you're not actively busy with, or something that if you don't look at it for a little while, it just disappears, and you're like, but V, why you didn't post anything, why you tell me about it? It's right there, but they limit you. So make sure you click to see it first. And on Instagram is also where the fun happens. The stories are live, and it's on a day-to-day basis. You get inspirational daily. So I'm gonna see you there, right? Follow, click, like, subscribe, all the good stuff, Anyway, boo, be fabulous and stay fit and have a fantabulous week. All right, deuces. Bye.